Hey, good morning, my friends. I wanted to share with you about sourdough because I don't know about the rest of you, but when I first started sourdough, I almost quit the first couple times because it was such a long, drawn out process. And it can be. It can be extremely masterfully lengthened to make it overwhelming and make any starter person want to just forget it, I'm done. But I kept at it because I found recipes that was a lot faster. And for me, for my lifestyle, what works for me is holding most of my starter in the refrigerator. And then when I'm ready to bake something, I go ahead and I bring out the jar. I feed it once it hits room temperature, and then I let it grow overnight, usually. So, like, for instance, last night I came home from work. I pulled my jar out of the refrigerator. I fed it. I stuck it on the edge of my windowsill, went to sleep, woke up, it doubled, grab it, and then follow this recipe. So I'm going to turn the camera around. This is the recipe I had found that works beautiful. It creates one loaf of bread, and I prefer mine in a pan so I can slice it like bread, like regular bread, sandwich bread. And so I follow that recipe, and yeah, it's not as specific as many other sourdough recipes where it's measured by grams and all of that. Yes, it should be and probably could be. But for me, I found that I'm working with that. I've had at least 3 successful loaves. So I'm going to stick to it. If you also have one of those wonderful things right there, it is helpful as well because that speeds up the whole process. So that recipe, I put all of those ingredients that I just showed you. I throw it into that mixer, and for 10 minutes, I mix. Now, granted, it's going to get warm and it's going to get a little hard to turn on the low speed. So I babysit it. Now, the recipe doesn't call for that, but I do. I babysit it. So I set the timer for 10 minutes and I let it go through. I stop it sometimes in between and I scrape down the bowl the first couple times. And then the next few times that I stop it, I actually knead it with my hand. Like, I pull it off the thing and then I make it into a nice little ball and put the thing back in there. And so that it continues the process without burning my motor. Because it will get hot after 10 minutes. It really does. But I usually do low to medium, and I, stop it now and then to redevelop it into the ball so that that little flipper thing can get a hold of it and do its thing. So then after that, after I take it out, it's been mixed and it's for 10 minutes, it's good. Then I stick it in the oven. I'm going to turn around the camera. And I put the plastic over it with the light on. And this will also speed up the process. Don't look at my oven. It needs to be cleaned. So sorry. So anyways, when you put it in there with the light on, it speeds up the process and it goes ahead and it doubles much faster. Now, sometimes it takes 4 hours. Sometimes I have errands to do, so I take it out of the oven. I just throw it on the counter to slow it down a little bit more. But either way, I'm either going to bake it this afternoon, this evening, or I will bake it first thing in the morning. So, and the whole process of it being in the oven and trying to double is so that you can shape it. And when you pull it out and you shape it, you put it in the loaf pan. Now, when I'm shaping it, that's when I decide what kind of bread do I want. Do I add cinnamon because I love cinnamon swirl bread? Or do I add garlic and turmeric or jalapeno and cheese? Whatever. I haven't done a jalapeno and cheese. I think that's what I'm going to try this time. But either way, you can add the ingredients during the shaping process. Cinnamon slows down, I believe, the rise. So don't put that in when you're mixing it. Only put the cinnamon in when you are shaping it. And that's where I've been successful. There could be other ways. Don't take this as only one way. There's many, many ways to do sourdough. This is just the one way I found that is successful, and I wanted to share it with you, my friends. So if you want to learn more and you want to do a workshop with me, let me know, because we can set up a time where we can invite friends, whether it's your house, my house, we can set it up and do a workshop. I can supply the materials and the lesson, and you just invite your friends. So super easy. Let me know. I'll talk to you soon. Happy Saturday, my friends.